Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rifat Kuratu Aini Irwandi, and in here I want to tell what city I want to visit. Sometimes in Venice there is no salah. I want to go to Venice. I think a holiday in Venice is good. The streets of Venice are like rivers. People can play water in Venice. We can ride the gondola vibes in Venice. It's so romantic. At night, I want to ride the gondola with my special person. It's so funny. Sometimes in Venice, there is aqua alta, or let's call it very high tides that flood the city. Venice is a water city. If you want to take out the trash, then you have to throw the trash in its place. If you throw in the water, you will die according to the resident there. The water, the water is holy and cannot be polluted. Because it has winding roads and ships that are difficult to turn, it's not matter that you often get lost, it has become a tourist habit. A little history from Venice. Uniquely among Italy's chief cities, Venice came into being after the fall of the Roman Empire in the West. The Lombard horde was incursions into northern Italy began in AD 568, drove great numbers of mainlanders onto the island of the lagoon. Previously, the homes in international fishermen and salt workers. The isolated communities, literally island of Veneto-Byzantine civilization, became part of the Exarchate of Ravenna when it was created in 584, when the mainland Byzantine city of Oderzo fell to the Lombards in 641. Political authority was shifted to one of the islands in the Venetian lagoon. The first elected dog or duck was also cousin in anti-Byzantine military declaration in 727, but he was succeeded by Byzantine officials until about 751. When the exarchate of Ravenna came to an end, there followed decades of internal political strife among various settlements vying for supremacy and between pro and anti-Byzantine factions. Also involved were attempts by church authorities to acquire temporal influence. Finally, the dog of Berlioz and his brother Beato allied with the Franks of Italy and placed Venice under the authority in the Italian King Pippin, died aged 10. To free themselves from Byzantine control, pro-Byzantine reaction to this event under the dogs of the Partizioso family led to the transfer of the seat of government to the Rialto group of Ireland. By the Center for Exiles in the Factional Fighting, so a foreign Byzantine treaty of 814 granted to Venice political and juridical independence from the rule of the Western Empire. It did not confirm any effective dependence on the Byzantine Empire, and by 840 the Duke was negotiating international agreements in his own name. The unusual legal and political position of the small independent duchy, situated in territorial isolation between two great empires, contributed greatly to its function as a trading intermediary. A constitution of serious disputes between leading families concerning the office of dog did not help the rapid development of trade. Increasing private wealth led to the gradual achievement of internal stability by creating a broad ruling class that was capable of putting a limit the power of the dog. Gradually, a national consciousness developed. Beginning in the late 19th century, the dogs were chosen by popular election. Though the Reich was frequently boosted during times of civil strife. Finally, the group of Rialto Island was solemnly transformed into the city of Civitas Venetarium and of the Venetian Republic. During its later years, the Venetian Republic was enshrined from the fervor of new ideas germinating in other nations. Venetian life had crystallized inescapably the plains of Angelo Querini, Giorgio Pisani, and Carlo Contarini, who in the 18th century called themselves reformers, did not go beyond those of the noble class that for 3 centuries had controlled the government and legislated to uphold ancestral traditions or to satisfy personal ambition. The end of the Republic came after the outbreak of the French Revolution. Napoleon, determined to destroy the Venetian oligarchy, claimed as a pretext that Venice was hostile to him and a menace to his line of retreat during his Austrian campaign of 17 1797. The Peace of Leoben left Venice without an ally, and Lupido the last dog, was executed on May 12, 17, 1797. Wait. A provisional democratic municipality was set up in place of the republican government, but later in the same year, Venice was handed over to Austria. In 1848, the, the revolutionary leader Daniel Lenin set up a provisional republic government, but it fell the following year after the defeat of Austria by the Prussians in 1866. Venice was ceded to Italy, which had been a united kingdom since 1861. In unified Italy, the subsequent growth of Venice was attendant upon its role in the commercial life of Italy and upon exploitation of its inherent physical and aesthetics attributes. Oh, I don't know who opened the door. Speaking this. The city had lost a bit of its island characters and some of its insular mentality in 1846 when a causeway nearly 2 miles 30 km in length broke the railway across 222 arches from the mainland. It lost even more in 1932 when a parallel road was built to give access to motor vehicles. Each link was totally recited by a person who wished to leave the city unchanged, and they success in forcing with it fa- fatal to garage at the landward edge of the island. Similar battles continue between traditionalists and modernists. In the political sphere, Venice was run by leftist governments immediately. After World War II, and these were replaced by center-left of centrist administration for much of the 90, 1950 and 60s. During the events of 1968, there were long occupations by students of the architecture faculty in the city as well as massive strikes by works or Park Magera. And others, I think it's so much if I say in the video. I think so if I say goodbye in no, it's better. Okay, that's all from me. Sorry if I have a mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.